السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear delegates, the condurators of the United Nations, the Senegal nation, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ambassadors, ministers, and prime ministers. We stand all today in a very important time frame that bonds us together in one united message, the message of Islam that has resounded 1,437 years ago. Peace be upon you. That was the message of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when I heard of today's session of Sheikh Amadou Bamba Makredi Day, that was a ring in my head that said there are some people in the world who are still signing the same message. Peace be upon this world. Why do we hear different messages from Islamic voices around the world who are saying Islam is Daesh, while we have so many good people around that are saying peace is the message of Islam, not wars? This is what I have written in my fourth way law, and this is what I call upon all the people who are present today, the African nations who have said over and over again with peaceful messages that went across the bridges of the world against all terrorism that has arisen everywhere, while the African nations are still at peace with the world. Today, the only message I think that we can hand over to the generations to come is the dialogue of the civilizations. The world's temperature are so hot right now. Everywhere we look, we see situations that must be cooled. I truly believe that serious disasters awaits if we do not tackle the downward spiral the world is in. We must make that change from violence to peace. That was the message of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But how? If we see violence everywhere, erupting, revolutions, wars, misguidance, misunderstanding of Islam, that simply is in view, economics can translate into global stability. The language of economics is one that can resonate globally, and we can see it very strongly in the Quran. If we can all join in the conversation, if we can speak the same words, the better spread of wealth would change the lives of so many across the world. The wealth of intelligence, ethics, and the wealth that God has bestowed on us. The global citizen's worries about income and taxes. How can he earn enough to stay above the breadline, and can his trust in government be sustained by a fair system of taxation and the granting of rights? We have much more concerns here. Where is the trust in God? We trust so much in governments, and we don't trust a lot in the power of God. Why is that? Where do we stand right now? We're standing in the middle of the United Nations, in New York City, in America, where everybody looks today to this city and to this place, for whose power is the first power leading in the world economically. Where does Islam stand today here in this place? Well, I can see it all over here. I can see Muslims all over here. So we have to resonate a very strong message that Islam is not only a religion, it's a way of life. It's a way of thinking, it's a way of existing, which is peace, wealth distribution, and the power of the mind over the matter. I lay my message here today, and then maybe we can join hands and take a moment of silence to all those who are dying all over the world in the name of Islam. And that is the wrong message that we are sending to the world. From here we can send the message of peace and unity. Africa, America, Europe, the whole globe must stand in front of violence which is committed in the name of Islam. And I join you all, especially the Sheikh, to say a word of peace that can resonate today globally. Thank you for giving me this chance to talk, and thank you for inviting me here today.